What's going on, y'all? If you don't know, man, I'm a big wrestling fan. If you've been tuning into the YouTube channel for quite some time, one of my biggest sports or entertainment I watch is wrestling. I watch all the pay-per-views for the most part. I catch Raw sometimes. I might catch SmackDown every once in a while. But more importantly, I know it's mixed reviews going on around with this. I got my mixed emotions with this whole situation as well. But if you don't know, if you haven't heard the news already, the mortal Hulk Hogan passed away today at 71 years old. Now I know you're thinking, when it comes to wrestling, a lot of these dudes that was on steroids and stuff, they are steroids or like bad drug uses. They usually die around their 40s or early 50s. A lot of them been dying around that time. But Hogan was able to live all the way to the age of 71. I can't remember exactly. I don't want to report any fake sources, but I'm not sure exactly what happened with the passing. I just know he passed away at home. Cardiac something that happened at home. But as far as the mixed reviews, what I was saying about this situation is that yes, if you look over to this side of this picture right here on my the podcast, you'll see this is a picture of me with my Hulk Hogan wrestling figure doll that I had. I must have been like 4 or 5 in that picture, but that was my all-time favorite wrestler at one point in my life. Now, what am I talking about? I was born in '87. I started watching wrestling. I probably say about 4 or 5. So around '92 was when he was going crazy. One of my first fights I actually seen from him that I remember was him versus Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania, and that was the first time that I really seen Hogan lose his belt, and that was to Ultimate Warrior. Now, Hulk Hogan has always been one of my favorite wrestlers, man. Growing up, the signature rip your shirt, tear them up. I remember doing it a couple times. I used to just let me say I'm a kid. I use the scissors and cut the top part and rip my beater up or a white T-shirt. And as soon as I'm getting mid rip, my mama coming behind me, my grandma coming whooping my ass because I'm ripping up shirts. Like, dog, you ain't no damn Hulk Hogan. You need that shirt for tomorrow to go to school, little nigga. So we all been through it, man. I wanted to wear the bandana, the song, the I want to be American song and stuff like that. All that stuff meant something to me as a child, as a wrestling fan. One of the main reasons I started watching wrestling, Hulk Hogan, he was the best at the time. As time went on, when I started understanding wrestling a little bit more, yes, I know that it's a work and stuff, it's for entertainment. But as I got older, I started understanding the skill sets of wrestlers, like who stands out as a good person on the promos, got the best moves, the moves, the finishers that look like they should be knocked out for 3 minutes. I mean 3 seconds or whatever, three count. And when I started looking, it's like, dog, Hulk Hogan really had 3 or 4 moves. He had the leg drop, he had the bounce him off the rope, big foot to the face, and pretty much the Hulk up. He gonna punch you on your head a couple times and point at you, or when he Hulk up, he on the ground. You do a move on him, he jump up, swinging his head and doing all type of crazy stuff, hulking up. But a point that took a dark turn for me was as I got even older to my teenage years. I can't remember actually what year this was, but he was on the phone having a phone call with his daughter Brooke Hogan, and they were having a very deep conversation, and he mentioned something and spoke on black culture and used the word that we hate, and that's the N word with the hard ER at the end. And as a teenager, it hurt because it was like, dog, this was someone I looked up to as a child. I never wanted to be a wrestler. I just enjoyed watching wrestling. But to hear him say that word, it's a hate. That word is a hateful word. And when it comes to black people, it's going to always be a hateful word. We don't go around calling each other that with the ER at the end. If you say that, you coming out of a space of hate, or you trying to put some hate on somebody. And when he said this, is like I'll never be a fan of him again. And then I start like, yeah, fuck Hulk Hogan, blah blah blah. But my thing was I said it's a mixed emotion because at one point I glorified him as a wrestler, but once you see the real human behind that character, it was like he is a piece of shit. Let's be real. And I noticed the day that he passed away and everything, but I'm just being honest. I have to give my opinion. Um, I stopped messing with Hogan after he did that, and then you can see the fans. His last time coming to WWE, the crowd booed the hell out of him. It was the first night on Netflix. They booed the hell out of him. And when he walked back through the curtain, that look on his face could tell that like they will never forgive you for what you said because they got you on camera saying it. They got the whole voice recorder. So it's a bittersweet moment, man. It's crazy that he didn't outlive Vince McMahon, Ric Flair, and all them. Cause those guys are older than him. But one side, like I said, I want to say rest in peace to Hulk Hogan, the character. But on the other side, I knew the man behind the character, so it's hard for me to say rest in peace and all that type of stuff. So whatever you want to put that P for, if it's rest in peace or rest in peace, that's up to you. But I'm gonna just leave it here. I'm gonna say rest in peace to Hulk Hogan, the character, man, because he was one of my favorite wrestlers growing up. It just sucks that like some people they just feel like they get to that point where they feel like everybody will forgive them just for anything and stuff. And one thing I don't play about is being black. Like if you don't just got white kids look up to you or Hispanic kids, you got black kids look up to you too. And just as a kid, hearing him say that, it messed me up a little bit, man. But hey, hell of a life he lived, man. He's a WWE, a wrestling legend, being a Hulkster, Hollywood Hulk Hogan. I said it is what it is, man. Life goes on, but like I said at the end of the day, man, I've learned one thing that people that you believe what they say, kids, a drunk person, and somebody mad, and he was a mad, angry man at some point. He used to throw dirt on people's name, but he never um, took full blame for the things that he did in life. And that's okay, man. Some people want to live a different way. It is what it is, man. But I just want to get on here and tell y'all I still have mixed emotions about it. But overall, rest in peace to Hulk Hogan, the character, man. It is what it is, man. Wrestling fans, they're gonna mourn him. Wrestling may never be the same, but like I said, wrestling goes on, man. I know a lot of people didn't really think too much of Hulk Hogan, but it's life, man. We got to leave here one day, man. So that's all I wanted to get on here and say was we lost a wrestling legend. Like, share, subscribe to the channel for the Mechee for the Midwest podcast for your latest wrestling update.